What is going on, YouTube? This is your boy, like one half of in duo, and doing a quick little thing right here to talk about the thing about gaming that I don't like. Now, I thank everybody out there who watched the video and commented on Google Plus about the last video I did with the Nintendo Switch, and I'm gonna do a refresh about that when I get a chance to do it. So keep your eye out for that. But and again, I've said things about gaming that's kind of crazy and what's going on. Of course, we have people. To be again, like we have people angry about Mario Kart and how Mario Kart, not Mario Kart, is gonna be, is getting basically Mario Kart Deluxe, and Smash Bros. Is gonna be in that same setup too. But Mario Kart Deluxe, and that he has all this stuff and gonna be on there, and it's a game that came out a couple years ago and everything. And some people, and I agree with some fans that, yeah, I think they should have put it on the Wii U. Just give them as an extra, pay for it and put it on there so they could have it. Sorry, could have people out there who did buy the DLC for the $11. Maybe charge $10 or $5 more, added out the DLC because I made the money, and then it wouldn't really affect the sales too much. So they could have done that. But this right here is why. As again, I said, the industry is weird, and the sad thing about it is, it's a losing. It's coming to me like a losing battle now. Like I cannot fight against this. So I could still speak with my wallet. I could still do what I could do, but too many people out there will buy this thing, and it is messed up. So as you see on the screen, basically is Call of Duty. Now it's bad enough that. They added Call of Duty Remastered, which is all it is a graphical update. Okay, now again, you can't compare Mario Kart to that because it's other stuff they're doing. Let's break it down. So it's a graphical update. Cool, more textures, more packs, looking good. All right, that's cool. But they added on to a other game, which was Infinite Warfare. Because they saw that their sales were declining, and they added it on to be a carrot to get people to buy the game. Even though Infinite Warfare didn't sell as much as before and the other Call of Duties. But we digress, keep on going. So they did it like that, $7.99. Okay. $79.99. That's what it was. Now you go to Amazon and buy it cheaper now, which I would always tell people, if you are going to buy a third-party game, just wait. It's gonna done. You don't got to be the first one to get it. If you really intended to go get that game, okay, but you can wait. I've done it many times. But so now, again, I still say this game is going to come out on its own by its own self. So I'm scared. I'm worried about that too. But last but not least is this right here. So Call of Duty Modern Warfare Variety Map Pack. So $14.99. The map pack is expected to be available 8 days on March 21st, 2017. The variant map pack DLC from Call of Duty Warfare Remastered includes 4 remastered multiplayer maps from the original game. Wow. For $14.99. Okay, this is the way I say it's different from a Mario Kart or other thing like that. It's like the Deluxe gave you all the DLCs, and they're going to be running at 1080p, 60 frames per 60 frames per second. That's what they're shooting for, so they're going to be that. It's going to have the 200 cc's already unlocked for you to be going at it. You have new mechanics now that you could break while drifting. And you have the double items and the battle mode and everything. All that is into the price as a remastered game. And this one right here, you have the map, and they just make it look more gorgeous again. And you get me, and you got, and people's gonna think about this. People's gonna buy this. Gamers are gonna buy this. That's why I say it's a losing battle. But this is what's destroying the industry. That's why I don't understand. To me, why this lust for third parties that much. Again, I would never. I don't know why people are jumping towards getting third party. Like, oh man, technically speaking, I am working on a video on this too. But third parties well, a series of videos, maybe 2, I think. Reason why a lot of the industry is going downhill from since they broke their freedom from from Nintendo, which is not a bad thing. Again, I'm not against it. I'm happy that they got the freedom because we got awesome games when they broke the freedom when Sony entered the market and gave third parties a viable market. But after in 2000, which is the 6th generation and beyond, it started going lower and lower and lower. And they've been screwing Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, anybody they can. They screw because people need to understand that. I had a conversation with my normal chat that I have on Saturdays, off air chat, and we were talking about. I think we were saying that people want third parties want Nintendo to. They want to destroy Nintendo. I don't think they want to destroy Nintendo. I think they just want to control Nintendo like Sony and Microsoft to a degree, because this is the thing. When they asked Nintendo, Yamauchi, and everybody what they want for the GameCube, they asked them directly. Yamauchi gave them exactly what I wanted, and it broke deals after deals. Capcom 5, Ubisoft, EA, they broke deals after deals after deals. Then you had now you got like going into Sony and Microsoft. They basically telling Sony and Microsoft what they want in their consoles so they could make their games. Most of the publishers, I don't want to say too much of the developers, but most of the publishers, they're making them, forcing down this road. They don't. The one of the major costs in the video game industry is that you don't have to make your own consoles, and that's what EA, Ubisoft, Square, all these bigger companies like that, like they don't have a console to make. That's a big money sink. Because again, remember, Apple tried to do a console to Pippin. It failed. And many other people try to jump in. Some people jumped in and lasted for me 1 generation, 2 generation, and they failed, and they just died off. But Apple, one of the biggest companies in the world, and right now they're not trying to jump back into consoles because they know what's going on, and they're kind of like a Nintendo. They don't want nobody else to tell them how to run their company, so their software and everything. So that's how it works out. But I don't get this. I guess that's why I said I don't get this lust for third parties. They try to bring down things all the time, but whatever. But it's $14.99 for 4 maps that was originally in the game that also got remastered. I'm thinking if you remaster the whole game, why would you have to split out the daggone maps? And again, I don't even think I don't know if it's it's Activision. I will say that. Let me rephrase it. It is Activision. That's why I said from the get-go, these publishers, they don't care about nobody. And they don't care about it. They're gonna make their money. I understand they're gonna make a business, but to do it this way is kind of discerning and despicable in my regard. That's the sad part. This is just despicable. So again, I wish we could do something about this, but what can we do? The best thing I've told you all the time is speak with your wallet. The only way to tell these guys you don't want the stuff, even Nintendo, don't buy it. But what can I say? There's a lot of people who want to call it. A lot of people bought Modern Warfare Call of Duty Infinity Warfare because they wanted the Call of Duty Modern Warfare. So now this is a great example of the publishers making you spend $14.99 for graphics. And that's it. Just graphics. So that's what it is now. We spending all this money for graphics. Not a game, not for the full game, none of that stuff. It's just, oh man, I don't understand. I don't get people. Sorry, I don't get like why we let this happen. But again, it's just that's what's destroying the industry. Gaming is getting less and less about fun, less and less about enjoying games with fun. I mean, there are people out there who have there are people out there who play other games. Like there are people out there who are enjoying Zelda Breath of the Wild and enjoying it. There are gamers out there who are enjoying Horizon Zero Dawn and enjoying it. We don't need to crisscross the streams and say which one's better than whatever. We could just have fun and do games like that. Oh, Zelda is using art style and not real graphics. Well, and then graphics, Zelda's Nintendo don't know what they're doing, or Guerrilla Games, they ain't got the biggest world out there, but Breath of the Wild, yeah. Enjoy the freaking games that each of y'all bought. Like I said, I'm gonna pick up. I'm enjoying Horizon Zero. I'm enjoying Breath of the Wild, and I am gonna pick when I pick up my PlayStation 4. I'm gonna enjoy Horizon Zero Dawn. When I get, I will buy the game. So I'm not that close-minded like most people. But to see what Activision is doing right here is exactly what is going on in the industry that's hurting this. So, and then all it is with Mario, like I said, Mario Kart is just basically up-resing up, but that's about it. And again, there might be some DLC that might be in Mario Kart with the deluxe. I'll say that, but like I say, to pay $14.99 just for a graphical update for stuff that should have been in there when you had it in the first place, wow. And like I said, I understand what a lot of people have seen Cherry Goblin say Modern Warfare is overrated. It's a fun game. I picked it up when it first came. I don't know. I picked it up on a Wii with the Modern Warfare Redo, whatever it's called. And you know what? It was not the most graphical thing compared to the other consoles, but I still enjoyed it and I had fun because I love my nunchuck remote, and it controlled like butter. I was like, oh man, this is awesome. I'm liking this. So yeah, it's I like it, and I wish it wasn't all about this graphics, but people are getting shamed by graphics more and more, and jeez, it is what it is. Like I said, I'm not arguing against it because it is. But let's see. If people want to pay for it, let them. I'm not saying, it's their money to want to do what they do. But again, it's like an orchid tree. Like is this industry something? He said, let the industry kill itself off. Like I said, to me, I'm in my selfish ways. I could say this, White Kong, like I have enough games to last me for the rest of my lifetime. I'm in my 30s. I have over 500 games for all my consoles, so I have enough games to last me for a long time to keep on playing over and over again. Hell, Breath of the Wild itself, with the way that game is, my sister have beat Breath of the Wild. She beat the story and unlocked all the maps and the towers and everything, and she just found out she only beat 19%. So that means this game got a lot of stuff in it that a lot of people don't want to keep on. Those guys who want to run through the story, go right ahead. But for the exploring, most of us, a true adventurer like Miyamoto wanted when Miyamoto made this game in the first place to be like, this game is awesome in that regard. And just to add on this before I go, is yesterday I went to a couple friends' house. And one is a gamer, one is really not. One is a gamer. She had a couple friends there. We walk with the I don't get it. If they're charging for DLC, isn't that normal? No, with downloadable content, yes, Grim King, if you want to say that, but you're charging for graphics of a game that already been in it. That's different. You're charging for maps. Because if they remastered the whole game, they remastered the whole maps. So if they remastered the whole maps, why charge $14.99 for the upgrade of the maps? Why not just put it all together? If they remaster it, most remasters I've seen, they put if they have DLC in the past, they put everything together and give it to you. That's mostly what I've seen in the game. And if you got to pay DLC for something new after that, I have no problem with it. But the maps are there in the original game. They remastered the whole game. So why separate it out? And again, I guarantee you they separate it out. I'm not saying the developers, again, not against the developers in that regard, because they, it is what it is. It's Activision I'm talking about, the publishers. I always make sure, since I came on this channel, on this side of YouTube, I always said I respect the developers could act like asses too. Don't get me wrong, they can. But actually the publishers, after working with EA and seeing what EA does, when I was working with EA and Ubisoft to a degree, Ubisoft at the time when I was working with them was not that bad. And when I was working with EA, the first 2 games wasn't that bad. But then you start peeling back the layers and you see like, wow, this is really rotten. This is how they split games up, do things. The board meeting. I've been in pitch meeting to too many games to see how that these publishers cut up the game to make the money. And again, I'm not even taking Nintendo out of this truck, because I said I bought Breath of the Wild for both consoles, Wii U and Switch. I'm playing on the Wii U. My sister's playing on the Switch. But I did not buy the DLC for the Breath of the Wild. Why? Because I need to see what that map feature is. Why? Because when I played Breath of the Wild the first time, it had a map, it had compass, you could have touched the touch point, could have go there, you could quick travel. It was all there. It was all there. So if Nintendo put that map feature behind a paywall, I'll be saying the same video about it. I won't pardon say is Nintendo different from the others. No. If Nintendo did that, I would call them out on that too, because that's messed up. You take a feature out and then you paying people, you put it behind a paywall. It's kind of wrong. That's shady. That's not shady. That's just wrong way of doing things. I don't like that. So it is in that regard, that's what it is right there. Let's see. And basically, I'm sorry, to me, it's like charging for graphics. That's all it is. But let's see. Do we know they did that? Do we know that they remastered the maps? Maps held them out, then try to sell them later. Let's break it down. I'll go with you, Grim. I don't know 100%. So yes, I am theorizing. But here's what I thinking of. See, from what I've conjuring from what I've been in when I was in EA and Ubisoft and seeing how those games were. Let's go with this. The game came out. The game came out November of last year, Call of Duty, and had the remaster in it. Now the map pack is coming out this month, remastered. Yeah, I think they separated it. I think they separated it just for that. Or they could have done like other games that just just like Witcher or Splatoon or Halo 5. Just let them you did it. You know that everybody's gonna want to play Modern Warfare, and they want to play the online, of course, the Modern Warfare online. Just get to them for free. Just say, hey, we did $79.99. How about we just give you the match for free, just as a good gesture or whatever? Because again, if you're gonna redo the whole game, the whole code, and you're gonna do all the maps and everything, that part I am certain of because of how it codes for games from when I've been in those companies and seen it. Now, like I said, I don't code video games. I code video games for visual stuff. The only thing I ever coded for video games in my life is sound and 40 effects. That's the only things I've ever done. But that right there is just, I think that's what it did. Again, theorizing, mostly looking at simple sense, why they split up like that, why they could have done it. That's what I'm thinking. I'm guaranteeing. I would guarantee you, Grim, that I'll put my company on stake. They split it up. They know that everybody plays online for Modern Warfare, and they basically split it out, up-res it with the better textures and everything, and gave it to you, and then basically give it to you for $14.99. That's the way it looks like. People are starting to realize DLC practice are shady. Yeah, not all DLC practices are bad. Some are great, some are good, some are bad. We gotta weigh the good and the bad. Seriously, like what Witcher did, that was a good. I have no problem with that. That was a good DLC. What Splatoon did, that was also good DLC. Same thing with when they did Halo 5, the original one. I don't like the microtransactions setup in it, which was messed up, but it was still all right. Every company gonna put DLC a certain way. Hell, like well, that would be Nintendo if I say that. Again, the Hyrule Warriors with $20 to play, $20 you get all that. Some season pass are great, some season pass are bad. Each of this is bad. Then we had the same thing with Last of Us when they remastered the DLC same way too. You sold it to you, then remaster it, sold you the remaster, then sold you the remaster of the DLC. I'm not saying I'm not arguing the fact of what's going on. I'm just pointing out this is why this is what is going to push the industry to keep on failing. Because here's something that a lot of people didn't know that. In America, compared to 2015, 60% of game developers lost their jobs. 60% of the developers lost their jobs in 2016 and from 2015. 60%. That's a lot of people that lost their jobs. And that's what I'm saying, it's gonna hurt the industry. You're gonna get small. Again, it might be good for smaller studios to maybe they could focus on stuff, but when money talks and bullshit walks, that's what's gonna be the problem. Don't it cost them money to make the map code for them in new systems? It costs to redo the codes for PlayStation and Xbox One. It costs a little bit of money, but it goes into what I just said. If they remastered the whole game and split it, then that cost was already there. I can understand if they said, hey, we're gonna give you a map pack, we're gonna give you brand new map packs that you never seen for Call of Duty Wolf, the original game. That would make sense because you're redoing the whole thing. That makes you more to charge that. But for maps that was already in the game from 2000, was it 6 or 7? I can't remember when the game came out because again, I bought the Wii version. I did not buy the original game. But to remaster those games, this is just visually upgrades. I mean, maybe Grim. Did it put anything extra? Could you leap off the walls? Can you wall climb like in Advanced Warfare, in Modern Warfare Remastered? Did it did something different in there that much that it could do that? Because if it's just the usual game like I played when I played on the Wii, basically just playing for a graphical upgrade. That's it. That is all I could think of. And then again, if I give I give an example. Like I said, this is how I can say I'm not a hypocrite in that regard. Like most people who watch my channel know I have one of my favorite Zelda games before Breath of the Wild was Twilight Princess. I have Twilight Princess, the HD. Didn't buy it, didn't really want it, but didn't buy it. So my friend bought it for me because he wanted to give me the Midna amiibo, which I had known at the time, and I said in the video podcasts at that time, they're going to have Midna's gonna sell by itself. The amiibo's gonna be sold by itself. Come to find out when I got the box, and you could look at the video when I pointed out, and I opened the box, I was like, look, there's a barcode on it, meaning it could sell by itself. It could be sold by itself. But just the graphics for me was not what I wanted towards that Zelda Twilight HD. That's why I didn't buy the game. The graphics was what I needed. If they had a nunchuck, a remote added on to that, then I'd have bought it because it was something I was looking forward to. But I didn't buy it because that's just a graphical upgrade to me. They didn't change that much stuff. You had amiibo functions. That's about it. Everything else stayed the same. Not worth my money. So I didn't, like I said, I have it. It's still in a plastic. It's still cellophane. It's in the original cellophane and everything. I've not opened what in that regard. So that's I mean, people out there buy it for the graphical upgrades. I understand that. I understand that they could do it because people wanted the Modern Warfare, they wanted the graphics. I'm not hating them for doing that, but again, it's just that if they're gonna code the game, they code the whole game. I don't see them separating it out because the maps, according to what I read, it was the original maps that was on the game back then. Let me double check again. Let me see. Includes 4 remastered multiplayer maps from the original. Yeah, they had it there. I'm reading it right now. It had it from the original game. So it's not like different maps or DLC after, like a DLC, like map packs that was different from it. So it ain't like it was like a map pack. Yeah, one map pack. It was okay. And like you had the multiplayer games, maps. And give me a second here. Let me show it here on the screen so you can see what I'm talking about, just for anybody else. Share. Oops. Share. Like I said, I'm reading right now. It's the original. Re-experience the most epic maps in the Modern Warfare with the Creek open field. Like these are the stuff that was already in the game when it first came out. So if it came out, I'll say this: if it came out, and then we had a map pack, like maybe like Mario Kart, like they had Mario Kart map pack 1 and 2, just what they had. And those were separate, then I could say, okay, you know what? You're going to pay for that. It is weighted because those was never part of the original game. But these are part of the original game. That was inside the original coding of the game. So I see different. That's the way I look at it right now. And again, they're gonna sell this game. The sad part about it is, I guarantee, they're gonna sell this game separate. They're gonna sell this game separate. It's not gonna be you gotta buy Infinite Warfare. They're gonna detach it away from that, and they're gonna keep on going. Okay, let me see. We experienced the most Warfare remastered, include 4 remastered multiplayer maps from the original game. That's again, Grim. I don't know. That's what I'm reading. Good. You can go to Steam.com and check it out. That's what I'm reading. If it's not the original maps, then I don't know from the original game. I don't know why they said it in the pre-order. That's what I'm reading. And again, if it was not the original if it wasn't from the original game, I understand that the map packs, they upres them, they do it whatever, you pay for it. But I'm looking at what they said on Steam. This is on Steam right here. This is what it said, the original game. You can go check it out, and those maps were DLC maps back then. Okay, then, Grim. If they were DLC maps back then the Steam account, the Steam advertisement is wrong. How about that? The Steam advertisement is wrong. They should have never said remastered from the original game. Let's go with that. Let's go with that route. I'll go with what you said. It's not the same. It's not those were different map packs from the original game. Then the Steam advertisement is wrong. I'm reading it right now from Steam, and it says remastered from the original game. So Steam has it wrong. Let's go with that. Let me see. On PC, those maps were free DLC on the console. You had to pay that. You could that could be why it says that. Again, yeah, I'll share the screen again, and I don't know if it'll come up bigger on the screen that you can see it. If it's a misadvertisement, I'll take the default and say, you know what, it's a misadvertisement. I perceive it wrong. I put the arrows so you can see what's going on. The arrows there you can see and read it. I could be wrong if that's the case. Like I said, I am not a online multiplayer. Guarantee, tell anybody that I am not that. That's one thing I'm not. So I didn't play I know the maps, but I don't know the maps by heart like most. Maybe you know the maps way more than me. So those maps might be something that was in the map pack one. And again, if that's what it did, then that's what I said. If it was that it separated the maps out, and this is map pack one, like how Mario Kart had this map pack one, and it up-res and they charge you to whatever. I still say it's kind of messed up. You got to charge for up-res, but then that makes it more easier than if it was just. It was a part of the original game. If it was a part of the original game and they did it, then I think that's messed up. And I think that's what's going to mess up the industry more and more. If it was not a part of the original game, and it was part of the map pack that people paid for and whatever, and it was not a part of the game itself, even though it says maps from the original game, then okay. I could take my step if I'm wrong. I'm not above being if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I am wrong, I am wrong. My pig-headedness is not that, oh, dude, it's not. If it is, it is. So, like I said, if it does, it happens. That's what I'm saying. If they up-res to the graphical update, like for the graphics, I mean, for any game, really, it is what it is. But if the map pack is not a part of that, then you're gonna worry about it. It makes no difference anyway, because like I said at the beginning of the thing, people are gonna buy it no matter what. I'm not even arguing against it. I'm just saying this is stuff that's hurting the industry. Other people might not see like that. It's cool. That's all into interpretations. That's for sure. So if you buying it, if you bought Call of Duty Infinite Warfare and you got the master the edition, and you're a person who loved the game, of course, unlike me, I'm not an online multiplayer. If you got the game and you and the maps or something was not a part of the original game as a map pack, and you spend the money, that's what you want to do, go right ahead. It's cool. If it's not the game that you really do want to get and you're going to spend the money, go right ahead. Like I said, I don't tell people how to spend the money. I don't. I just say speak with your wallet. If you said, like, I agree with Grim and other people, like, that's why I didn't spend the DLC in Zelda. So, and then Nintendo fans are going to spend the DLC in Zelda. I ain't. I got to see what that map feature is, because that'll be hypocritical of me saying, doing this to other game consoles or whatever, and then this don't do it. That's wrong to me. Again, this is my decision, my thinking. You want to spend your money the way you want to do what you want to do, have fun with the game. But when people are losing their jobs, like I said last year, and in the 7th generation, when 109 studios shut down, it's not getting any better for the industry. It really ain't. Most of the software is, if you go back to my video about Gamers Don't Listen, when I had the reporter talking about how games are dropping off, software sales, because people are software sales are up, but individual SKU for the game itself is down, because I guarantee you that map pack that we all talk about right now is its own SKU. Just like Zelda Breath of the Wild DL's expansion pack is its own SKU. And basically NPDs and JD and Powers and all these guys who count the numbers, they count that as a software instead of something different. So when you look at the sales in overall, it's look like software is going up. But like that lady, I forgot her name when she from the Wall Street Journal, when she broke it out, game sales itself, original game sales, has been going down and down and down. Original game sales has been going down and down and down. That's the difference. The DLC is making a false floor, and that's the sad part about it. A Sunset Valkyrie. Yeah, I hate. Well, like I said, everybody has their own preference, girl. Sorry. There are people who love shooters. There are people who love racing, and that's their thing. I understand. That's why I don't try. Everybody have their cup of tea. Me, I love all kind of games. That's why when I had one troll came and asked me, "Oh, I'm not because I play Nintendo games. I only play Nintendo games. I'm not a real gamer." I'm like, you only have what games you got? You got PlayStation 4, you have an Xbox, and you have a PC. Good for you. What games you play? PlayStation 4, Xbox, and I'm sorry, keep on saying PlayStation 4 and Steam games. That's good. But last year I played again Vita games, Xbox One game, PlayStation 4 games, Wii U games, 3DS games, PC games, mobile games to a degree. I played all the games. I find something interesting and fun, and it's not doing bad practices. I will buy it and have fun with it. Less side of the mobile because I never paid for them. It was free to play, and I didn't even get into it. I ain't gonna lie with y'all. I didn't even really get into it. But Final Fantasy 15, PlayStation. Ratchet & Clank, PlayStation. Uncharted, PlayStation. Titanfall at my friend's house because I bought a game for him. Titanfall 2. I bought a game for him, but I bought a game for him. Titanfall 2, Xbox One. Of course, all the major Wii U games. 3DS, Hyrule Warriors, Legends, and Final Fight. Fire Emblem Fates and stuff. PlayStation Vita, Tales of Cold Steel, Odin Spare, Tales of Type R. And then of course, again with Dragon Heroes, Dragon Quest Heroes, and Tales of Zestiria. Yeah, Zestiria, like on PC. And God Eater on the PC, God Eater 2 on PC. Like, I buy different games. So it was kind of funny when that person said that. And when I typed that back to him, he never responded back. And I'm gonna do a video just specific about that. I keep on saying that now. Like, I don't care as long as the game is fun, it's fun. And if that's what I say, I'm not arguing when I say that this is kind of messed up. I'm talking about the business practice. If you still want to go and buy the map pack, it's your money. Go ahead and buy it. I'm not going to argue against you that it's that. Enjoy it. Enjoy what it is. Let me see here, because I was supposed to be doing it. Let's see, Call of Duty. Let's see. Still thinking of getting the Wii U. Grim, hey. Graham, I don't know if you saw the video. I tagged you in. If you ever have a chance, I tagged you in with a video. You did a video about Nintendo and Zelda and everything else. And I did a video not because I know how you think and how you say that me and you go the same way. Like, if it's not really applying to me, you shouldn't really say that. And I really didn't think of it as that. I think that the gripes that you're bringing up are legitimate gripes, 1 and 2. I really don't think you should be right now. I would tell anybody it's not time to really. If you don't see the games in there, if you didn't want Breath of the Wild and basically funny, it looked like I'm seeing now Breath of the Wild is running better on the Wii U than the Switch was, of course, because it was ported to the Switch and made for the Wii U. Because I still have not seen the slowdowns again, the major slowdowns. But again, well, I know 2 people who said they didn't see these major slowdowns, as people been saying, and of course, there's been an update on the Switch for that slowdown. For the frame rate issues on the Switch, not on the Wii U. But again, the Wii U has a lot of games right now. If you can find it, go ahead, bro. I would say that would be the better choice if you like these games that you're missing out, since they're not gonna put all the games over to the Switch. I really would think so. I would never tell nobody to buy. Like I said, I never told nobody to buy a Nintendo console anyway. But if a person asks me their true opinion what they want to do, I say do it that way. It's been downhill from there. What up, Dr. Feelgood? Still waiting for the war. I'm still waiting for World at War 2. Yep. If you hell, even going back to what you I know you had 2 videos on your channel, Grim, where you talk about how the Xbox One controller, I think it was that, wasn't working the way you wanted for your PC or whatever. So I mean, it's everything has problems. The thing is called life. I'm sorry, it's called life. Nothing's gonna go perfect. I'm sorry. I've never really pissed off that much. Again, even when I made that video about the PlayStation Vita when it messed up my game through the game itself, I was angry, I was pissed, but I still love the game and I still love the Vita for what it is. I still play the game. I ain't chuck it across the room or anything stupid like that. That would be dumb. I just spend money on this thing and I throw it away. That would be dumb as hell. But I take responsibility for if I buy something really messed up or stupid. And I wish it is. So there are problems with the Switch. There are problems with the Switch. There are problems with Zelda. Nothing's perfect. That's why I always say my time phrase over and over again. But I maybe have better luck than some people. Like I said, my sister had said that there has been slowed down on the Switch because she plays the Zelda on the Switch. But she has watched me play Zelda on the Wii U. And she's not seen, even though it's place, she's like, wait, the game slowed down there for me. Did not slow down there for me. Even when I have good 5-6 people, like Mokoblin, I set stuff on fire, lightning's going around. The game has not slowed down for me at all. So for me, I have the on the Wii U. I'm enjoying it. Basically, I am gonna do a video about that too. Wii U is basically my favorite console of all time now because it has done so. I have played so many games, so many different genres and games from the past that I never like. From Game Gear, Neo Geo up to having the biggest library that it has right now and enjoying it. Yeah, it's good to me. And before, like I said, to finish a quick story, like we went out to my friend, like I said, we went to a friend's house. My sister, we have Zelda. We bought the Zelda special edition, as you saw in the video, and we saw in the video, and we have the travel pack, the sheet care pack cover thing, whatever. Which is, I have to say, it's well made. It is really tough. I was surprised how well made this thing is. It is really well made, good. And we took it over to their house. One, like I said, one is a gamer. One's really not a gamer. But it had, one is a gamer. And my sister took it out, and she's like, "What is that?" She's like, "Oh, that's 1-2 Switch." I mean, sorry, that's Nintendo Switch. She's like, "What?" Yeah, you could put it in a dock, which we didn't have a dock because we only walk with a handheld more and stuff. She's like, "How you play?" And then we start playing with the And so at that time I had a 1-2 Switch with me. So I said, "All right, let's do that." And it's, let me see, 5 of us there, and we came out. We played 1-2 Switch for about 2 hours, and we were cracking jokes, having fun, laughing. Next thing you know, it was like, oh crap! It's basically 11 o'clock. Well, it was 10:45. It's like, shoot, I gotta go work tomorrow, girl. Sorry, man. She's like, wow, that's pretty cool right there. I didn't include with the HD Rumble and everything. Like, she was like that. So the 1-2 Switch works in that regard. Like that was what I'm saying. Like, and she was thinking, okay, you know what? I'm gonna buy that. And the other girl was there because she's an older person. I think she's in like 50s, going down 60s, like, because we came over to have like a family dinner kind of situation. She's like, oh, I can buy this for my kids. Now I hope the kids are Nintendo savvy if they want to do it, but she was happy to. She was having fun. All of us were there cracking jokes, laughing at each other, having fun. And 1-2 Switch is not for everybody. No, if you're a single player game, hell no. But it is where it is in places you go, man. So people, that's why I say enjoy the games in that regard. Let's see. Yeah, I've noticed the slowdown. I have never noticed any slowdowns either in Zelda. If there were, it's too small to notice. I think that's why I got the same thing to Santiago 316. Like I can't, my eyes cannot tell 5 second rate drop. It's supposed to be 30 frames per second. I can't tell if it's 25 frames per second. But I've not seen it where Link does the slowdown. You're like, whoa, what's going on? Or like, oh, yep, it's chugging right there. The console's worrying. No, never seen that at all. Not once. Not saying it doesn't happen. I'm just saying I never seen it. So I'm with you too. Mint says like, I don't get the DLC for Call of Duty. Wait for the new one. Every open world game I've played have frame rate issues. Yeah. I run down the street in Fallout 4 and it turned sideways somehow. Oh man, good for you, Melmint, that you play all kind of games too. I have noticed that the slowdowns on the Breath of the Wild, and it was monetary. Dr. Feelgood, and I didn't get pissed or start off thinking that the game was rush or garbage. Not at all. If the game had a constant slowdown of more than half the frame rate, then I could say it was a performance knocking. That's Dr. Feelgood saying. I say, yeah. And again, they released a patch. They did patch up a game. They did patch Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Switch. There was a patch that your console took in without knowing, because remember they're doing it right now. But it was patched. It was framed. You go to the, all on our gaming. They know about the patches and everything like that. So, but I only know the patches from talking to people from Nintendo. They patched up the frame rate issues for the Switch. So it was a silent patch that went out to fix the frame rate issues. I know there wasn't. When I asked them about the Wii U, they said they didn't do no patch for the Wii U until they're gonna see what's going on. So we'll see how that works. Let's see. As I said before, Grim, it didn't happen. Do I think that all game that do I think that I'm not saying that it didn't happen. Never. I said just a couple of times before. I never say happen. I just say for me, I lucked out because I have not seen it. Two people I know have not. Two people who have the Wii U version of the game has not seen it. The Switch is the one that has the most problems seeing from talking to Nintendo. And talking to and seeing what people are saying online, but again, talking to some of the developers themselves for the game, it was a port. The Switch one is the one that has most of the problems. The Wii U is to a degree basically you could say the definitive version to an aspect, since it was developed for the Wii U to take in whatever it is. So, but you're right. I've seen it. I've seen a Switch where the whole screen gone black. I've seen a Switch where the lines has gone vertical. Again, it happens. I hope, and like my video I did Friday, I hope if that happens to your Switch, being an adult, have the receipt, came back into the Target and say, do you have another Switch because this is messed up? Or contact Nintendo, just the same thing as you do with Sony or Microsoft. So it's not a Nintendo thing. Sony or Microsoft, be adult, contact the company and say, hey, my Switch is not working good. My PlayStation 4 is not working good. My Xbox One is not working good. Basically, it's not working. And you send it back. Nothing has a zero failure rate. No games. That's why I always say there's no perfect games. No games, they have zero failure rate. No consoles never had a zero failure rate. None. None of them. Hell, look, I worked on Red Steel 2, and I played Red Steel. I got Red Steel 2, and when I played the game and I played it, I got to the boss. The boss jumped over a cliff, what he should have never did, and it basically glitched the cliff. And I won, but the game recognized it as the guy dying, and I won the fight. The last boss of the game. The last boss of the game, it happened. Things happen. Trust me. I was like, what? I'm like, this guy's tough as hell. He's hard. He's whatever. No, what? He jumped. I gotta watch out for that. He jumped again. Watch out for again. He jumped off the cliff. And the next thing I know was like, you have won the battle, blah, blah, blah. Like, what the hell? Did he just, what just happened? Wow. Wow. Dang. That's crazy. So every game has a problem. That's again, if you, I think, I don't know if you really watch. I think the podcast, maybe Graham, you may watch most, and other people too. Like that's why at the end of all my videos, I always say there's no perfect games, because even Zelda has glitches. It got a lot. Everybody gave it a bunch of 10s. Bayonetta, when Bayonetta came out, it don't use anti-aliasing, and he has his own glitches, and so a lot of people gave it a lot of perfect 10s. Metal Gear Solid 5 got some 10s. Horizon Zero Dawn. I bet you got its own problems and glitches, but you know what? Because I saw good reviews, that's not gonna stop me from playing this game. When I get my PlayStation, Horizon Zero Dawn, I'm gonna pick it up. I'm not gonna turn it down, because again, if it's close to being that, and I love I did listen to the developers talk, and boy, makes me wonder what's going on with gaming, because they were talking the way that they came with the concept of making a game was dumbfounded. Really, it is. But the game is selling. People are liking it. I hope it breaks that 16% attachment rate for a Sony exclusive. I want them to do that. So they could, Sony, because exclusive to me sell a game. I know you don't like exclusive, Graham, but if the game is exclusive, you got more time to cook, and it should be a more better experience than third-party games that just try to push out an annual game or a second game that's in their budgetary monetization for their money to get more money all the time. So like, I am projected to do Assassin's Creed Unity next year, and I should push it back. No, release the game, because if I didn't push it back, and we saw what happened with Assassin's Creed Unity, it was a buggy piece of garbage, really. But still sold 5 million, so who am I to argue? People still went out there and buy it. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I said in this video, like, I don't like what they're going on with the Activision DLC, but again, people are gonna buy it. I'm just acknowledging that if, as you pointed out, Graham, and anybody else with this stuff, if it wasn't a part of the original game, then you're paying for the upmap, you're paying for the beautiful graphics, you're paying for that. That's cool. If it was, again, if the I just brought up PSN, you guys say it was PSN. If it's PSN, the words is right there saying it's a part of the original game, then they advertised it wrong. That can happen. I'm not even gonna deny that. I am gonna say that can't happen. That can happen. That the DLC was advertised wrong, and they should have never said original game. They should have said from the original map pack, but they said from the original game. But it's all. It's all good. People I'm just pointing out stuff because again, it's the industry thing. I don't want to see a lot of people's studios getting shut down. Can remember another exclusive for Xbox got shut down 2 weeks ago. Yep, and there's still studios still shutting down now. So that's my scarcity of it. Like, I want gaming to be around. I don't matter what console it's on. If the game sells, it sells. I like exclusives for a reason, because if it wasn't for exclusives, I wouldn't have bought a PlayStation Vita. Seriously, I wouldn't have bought a PlayStation Vita if it wasn't for exclusives. Because if it was, nope. No. Some of the games I have are PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 game, but there are some exclusives on PlayStation Vita that I have. I said that's one of the reasons I pick up. It is good enough games, I'll pick it up. And the reason I'm picking up a PlayStation 4 later on is because I want to play SRW Moon Dwellers or Moonwalkers. I think it's Dwellers. That's only on PlayStation. If Cold Steel 2 Cliffhanger is as bad as Cold Steel 1, then I have to pick up Cold Steel 3. That's only on PlayStation as well. Go figure. Only on PlayStation. So PlayStation 4, so it's exclusive. I gotta pick it up. Nothing. I'm not. And then when I say go figure, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I gotta pick it up. So I'll pick up that. There are a couple games on the PlayStation 4 that say, oh, you know what? I want to pick up stuff. So I might get a regular 4. If the 4 is still around, I can get it used or a Slim. And same to anybody out there. If you want to play Nintendo games and you didn't have a chance to, or whatever, pick up a used Wii U. Now, Nintendo games don't drop prices that easy, but still, pick up something used. Nothing wrong with that. Enjoy the game. Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying, Grim. I feel like some games are running strangely bad on a Switch, like Dragon Quest Heroes, which I am going to pick up that game because I picked it up and I would like to pick it up again. I'll wait a little while longer, but because I got games to play right now, and I don't want to overwork myself. It seems like it works fine in the dock, but the handheld mode, not so good. Handheld mode, not good. Well, when it comes up, I'll pick it up and check it out. Cause that's a game I did say I want to pick up. I didn't want to play Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2 because that's not a bad deal together. 1 I picked up for the PC and I enjoyed it. I already did. It's Hyrule Warriors. It does some things Hyrule Warriors don't do, but the combat in Hyrule Warriors and the way the story set up is more fun in that one compared to Dragon Quest Heroes. But again, both games were pretty good. I would prefer Hyrule Warriors more because of the Zelda thing. I'm not gonna lie, I give my bias up front. Yeah. But again, I picked up a game that's pretty good. I enjoyed it. Let's see. So we'll be getting a PlayStation on 4. Okay, let me see. Let me see. So why pick up a Switch for Zelda at 900p versus 720p? That's what White was asking. Again, yeah. People wanted the graphical upgrade for the Switch, and there you go, right there for Nintendo fans. Those who there's some Nintendo fans who wanted that. Look what happened to you. You wanted a Switch. Again, if you bought a new console, wanted a good game, you got it. Don't get me wrong. And if anything's messed up, be an adult and tell the people this is not a good game. I mean, like, take it back in, whatever. Because there's no product that ever made for the masses that had a 0% failure rate. Never happened. But like I said, I picked up the Switch. I picked up the as you saw, I picked up the Zelda Special Edition. One because of the music. I love this music because when it's in CD form, it's basically uncompressed. And as an audiophile as I am, I like uncompressed music more, so I picked it up for that. And technically speaking, I am happy I did because of the Sheikah traveling kit thing. They did a really good job on this. He has a nice little pouch. I explained in the video. Has a nice little pouch for your Switch. He has stuff for your accessories because when we were playing the 1-2 Switch at my friend's house, I had the wrist straps in the little pouch at the side. It holds 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It holds 12. Wow. So it holds 12 games in the pouch. Not a bad thing. And it's very, I don't know if you can hear that, but it's hardcover. It's solid. It's real. Let me not lie because I don't know. Let me see. Does it say? Let me see. Earbud accessories. I want to double check to see. I want to say it's real leather, but I could be wrong. I don't want to say that and I'm wrong. Dang, don't say it. Does it says real leather anywhere? Product. License by Nintendo. No. Let's see. Yeah, it feels like real leather, but it could be pleather. But it is hardcover, so you could drop this and your Switch should have really no problem. Not from the super heights now, but like if you have it, 3 feet tall, your hands is down my waist, say 3 feet or maybe 5 feet. It could take a hit. And again, don't forget, people, get your daggone screen protectors. I am gonna do a refresh video about the Nintendo Switch dock and something else, because I've seen something and I see something I could tell you about the Switch where people with the scratches and stuff, and give you a good video of it, because I don't see nobody putting the video about that problem. I think I'll say this: there is a little problem with the dock. Now, if you do a certain way, it's gonna scratch your screen. I could see how it scratches your screen, but that's if you pull it up a certain way. Not if you do it what it's supposed to be done. But like I said, I could see how you could scratch screens though. I could see it now. But it's not if you lift it straight up. Basically, long story short, if you lift it straight up like you're supposed to, it's not going to scratch your screen. But if you pull it towards you when you're lifting it up, it's going to scratch your screen. And I think would have been better if Nintendo, down at the bottom, but like I said, I'll do a video about it because you can see, I'll show a visual of it. It has two rubbers in front to protect the screen itself, but at the top it doesn't. I can see where that's the problem. So if you lift it up and you pull forward by lifting up, it will scratch your screen. Yes, I think Nintendo should have put two rubber grips just like at the bottom to the top, and it would heal that problem. Technically speaking, I want to see if I could put stoppers, small little rubber stoppers if I can, and put them on the top and see if that would help out. Because if that's the case, then maybe that could be a help for people if they don't want to get their dock messed up. Yeah, like I said, I pulled my like I said, yeah. I got my game. I gave my glass too. I gave my screen protector is tempered glass as well. I got it for like $9 on Amazon. But if you pull straight up, it should be no problem. But again, I see where the problem is. If you're not paying attention and you pull up and forward, it's going to scratch your dock. That's where the scratch is happening. Because it can't happen going down because you have to line it up to go down. But I can see it happen coming up. So if it would have been better if Nintendo had put those rubber stoppers up at the top where the dock is instead of that. Because they have two on the bottom. If you go in your dock and you feel the groove end at the edges, you feel down at the bottom, you feel two little rubber things. There's two little rubber things. If they put that on the top, then it would never scratch the switch. But me and my sister put it in the dock many times. We don't have a screen protector on still, but we lift it straight up, and we have not got not one scratch on our switch as well. So. But with that said, I think I've been basically an hour right now. So I want to thank everybody out there for coming by. I started, like I said, and I will apologize to anybody out there to this video if you're listening not already. Like, if I was wrong and the game was not the map pack that is not a part of the original map pack, I was wrong. And I apologize for that. I don't want to spread false rumors and lies like other YouTubers. That's not my thing. If it is that, if it's not that, and also that the advertisement on the PSN or Steam or whatever was wrong and said original game, then they advertised it wrong. And I'll say, okay, well, I go off of what I saw from the company itself on the advertisement. That's why I showed that at the beginning of the video. But other than that, I say these practices will hurt the industry. But I cannot tell people not to buy them because they're going to buy them. Did you hear that the Switch cards are more expensive than the Blu-ray? I can believe that they are. Blu-rays are not expensive. But by a lot, I don't think so. Because these are proprietary cards. They're not going to fit in anything else. Because I have me a Vita. Let me see. I have me a Vita cartridge. Let me see here. Vita and Switch. Let's see. Yeah, it's the same size as the Vita. The difference is it's more thicker, and the connectors are way longer than the Vita. Super longer. Let me see if I could look at the lights here. Nope, they don't tell you that, which is understandable. I could see it costs as much more. Really, I could see it costs more than Blu-ray because Blu-ray discs are cheaper now since a lot of people are not really buying that much Blu-rays. If you buy HD Blu-ray, if you're buying the 4K Blu-rays, that's a whole different story. But regular Blu-rays, No, I can see the card costing a little bit more than that, but a little bit more because this is SD card. It's still SD card of eFlash. That's what these cards are. So they're not shouldn't be easy. Just that Nintendo put it in a certain way that it could not be pirated. So this is a proprietary, of course, to the console. So yeah, the cards themselves, yeah, but the card themselves, the designs, yeah, but that's going into the cost of the design. I don't think really it costs maybe no more than maybe 25 cents or 50 cents for Blu-ray disc, because it's just basically plastic, and there's more plastic used in the disc than in the carts. But again, that part I do know from Nintendo is still the SD card. The what they're using is just using a certain way so they could not be pirated, because now that it's region free, and including with Hong Kong, whoo, yeah, smart. The Nintendo had to do anything they can, because Hong Kong is really bad with pirating games. That's one of the things Sony learned the hard way. That's let's see. Shokyo said Switch wasn't docked right, and I went on YouTube to make a video. And Super Metal, I'm thinking Super Metal Day 64 just had enough and made a design flaw exposed video. Well, and Shokyo went to the next day and said Switch fine, LOL. Like I said, I learned from Black Bond after he said that he does do this just for fun, to mess with people, to get money. I don't go to his channel ever. I ain't been to people like even Shoki. I've not been to his channel in like 2 years. Same thing with Bond. Like after they exposed themselves to being stupid, and one doing it just to get money, I don't care no more. I don't care no more. They do what they gotta do, have fun. The people I make jokes of course, is like Angry Joe and Richard Review, and and other OJ and all on and Boogie and all other kind of people, including Angry Joe. Still, hey Angry Joe, I'm still waiting for you to sue Nintendo. I'm still waiting. I saw your video and all the excuses you came up with. Ah, God. That is funny as hell. Joe, do what you do. Please go ahead. I never see a single person. You might be the single person that might do that. I doubt it. But again, like I said, going on for an hour. Thank you guys for really watching. Like I said, Switch gave Grim carpal tunnel. Well, I think Grim said in the same video, we're talking about how the Vita hurts his hand. So again, without seeing Grim's hand, I can't tell. The Vita doesn't hurt my hand. I played for long times with the Vita and had fun with it. Like I flew from New York to Trinidad, which is about 4.5 hour flight, 5 hours, you want to say. And I played the Vita, and then one day when I was chilling home, when it was off day, I played that thing for about 7-8 hours because I was so into Trials of Cold Steel. I didn't notice it, and now my hands felt all right. I mean, without seeing his hands, I can't tell. If he has hands like Richard Review Tech, then maybe so. I don't know. That's why I said in my response video to him to that video, if Grim still is, like I said, I don't know. I can't tell your hands. I'm not saying, but if that is a problem, if the Vita is a problem, then the Switch itself. The Switch in handheld mode won't bother you, Grim. It will bother you with the thumbstick. I will say that, because again, the same thing I had with the Vita. So it would be it should have been offset. I wish Nintendo really didn't run away. I called it what it is, but it would bother you with the thumbstick thing. But it is more comfortable in handheld mode. The grip, yes, but the Switch, the Joy-Con by itself, yeah, no good. I know Mr. T did a video saying that it's comfortable for him, not comfortable to me. Everybody has a different thing. It's hard to you're trying to make something that sells millions. You're not gonna get everybody's hand. Yeah, I know you didn't get the Switch, Grim. I just saw that. I'm just like saying talking about it. Like I never, like I said, Mr. T said that he's comfortable in his hand. You're making a product for millions of people. You're not gonna get everybody tailor fitted. It can't happen. It just ain't. But again, like the Vita, like I said, the Vita for me was comfortable for me. I had to get used to the thumbstick placement, and I will say that you have to. I say, Grim, you have to do the exact same thing for the Switch if you get one. If you get one, if you don't, I still say go ahead and buy the Pro Controller. Because if you're not gonna buy the Pro Controller and get a screen protector, and you ain't see the games that you like, don't buy the Switch. Well, I think you made that up in your mind already. Don't buy the Switch. I would tell you no, don't buy it. No, don't waste your money. That's one thing I pride myself on this channel is I don't want people to waste their money on bad experiences. That's why I said the same thing. That's why this also goes into this whole DLC thing. But the people who are gonna buy the DLC for Activision are people who are Modern Warfare fanatics. So they're gonna make their money. Point blank. I'm just pointing out something that's gonna hurt the industry, but they're gonna make their money point blank, period, make no difference. But stop being an ass, Dr. Feelgood, about turning your PlayStation 4. Stop being an ass, man. At least I give it to Grim. He ain't like certain other gamers I know who traded their Wii U for PlayStation 4, even though they were arguing with the PlayStation 4, then trading their PlayStation 4 to get back the Wii U again, which is stupid. That's dumb to me. I don't care if you broke or whatever. You spend more money trading in games, grading than just keeping the damn thing and buying the other console if you wanted it. It's just ridiculous. At least Grim ain't doing that bull crap. Jeez. But yeah, I would say, like I said, the thumbstick problems it has. The Switch has its problems. Like I said, you cannot mass produce something to sell millions and make it tailor fit you. You will have to adjust. You have to, as a consumer, you have to compromise some way to play the game. Play the game some way. Like I said, I don't like the thumbstick placement on my Vita, but when I'm playing the fighting games, oh man, it sucks because my thumb always touch the left thumbstick when I'm doing power moves, and I'm like, oh shit, it can't. The move basically cancel out itself. It really does. So that does suck. So that's I had to use it in a way, but I don't. I say I don't like the design, but I say you know what? But the game is so good that I still enjoy. So Blaze Blue and Denki Banku, the fighting game, still playing them, still enjoying them, walking with them all the time. I have fun. Gotta make sure not try my best not to hit the left stick. I'm not trading nothing. Even if I didn't want one of my systems. If I'm not going to make a profit or break even, then there's no sales. Hey, that's a smart way to do it, brother. That's a smart way to do it. I'm with you. So why would do it? Why make a video? Why trade in something if you're not? I said I never traded something, but I'm fortunate. I know other people out there who don't got the money like I do, of course. Or in YouTube, that's the thing I wish. If you don't have the money, stop talking like you have the money. Like, I'm not talking about you, Grim, or anybody else. It's some other people who talks this shit. If you don't have the money, stop talking like you have the money. Just shut your pie hole and talk about the games. And stop trying to come off as an intellectual and say, I got this and that, because you're trading in stuff to get stuff. I make sure the games I like is what I like. So I know I could go back and play like Breath of the Wild. I can see myself playing this game 2 years from now, 3 years from now, basically, depending on what's going on. But 2 years from now, and playing in a different way because of how the game is set up, that you could go anywhere. I loved it. Here's your stuff. Go. Hell, if you want to go fight Ganon, go fight Ganon. Some people did. Some kind of win. Some didn't. But again, my sister beat Zelda Breath of the Wild and unlocked all the maps, and then looked at it. She was like, 18%? That's all I did? 18%. Damn. So she got a lot of more stuff to go to play with Zelda. Me, I'm a meticulous person. I mean, I really do like any Zelda game I play, I always get as much as I can before I go fight Ganon, the end boss, or Ganon, mostly Ganon, or Ganondorf at the end. I don't do that. I always go do that. So for me, I've enjoyed exploring, fighting finding weird ways to kill off these guys. It's funny how some of them kill. If you watch the, I might go bring that up. Let me see. Let me see if I could bring that up. Give me a second here. Profile. Remember, we could show that in the video here. That'll be the last little joke. Put it up here. Come on, computer. Internet. Shoot. It's not gonna expand. This kind of sucks, but I'll share it anyway. Like this right here is, again, pure genius. So that you could kill this way. You basically take a cuckoos, you let the bad guy hit the cuckoo, and then they all attacked him, and he basically died. Dang. Like, there's so many ways to kill in this game. Holy crap. It's so many ways to defeat the enemies. But like the one I did Saturday night, there was two bokoblins on the bokoblins, not bokoblins. The bokoblins is the big one you see right here. The bokoblins are the small one. They were on this tower, and I was walking. I wasn't watching. There was on this like old ruined building, and they shot a shock arrow down. I'm like, what the frick was that? I said, oh crap! I didn't hear. That's one of the reasons a lot of people say it's sad that they don't play the music. Like I said, if you listen to the regular Alpha music with the whole, then if you listen to it for a while, the original Zelda beat is in there. Zora's Domain is from Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Goron City is from Skyward Sword. What else? The Ruto Village is from Wind Waker. So there's songs that's from that. But the reason I was saying they did that because they want you to listen to, like, I'm playing this thing on my surround sound speakers from my TV that I have, whatever, and I hear a different sound. They did a good job with the sound channeling on this game too. Because I could hear like, oh, there's a cricket over here, there's a frog over here. Like, I hear the different sounds. This is pretty cool. So with that, that's why they didn't have music playing all through the game like how most Zelda games have. Because I want you to understand that this is a living, breathing world, and you listen out for everything, for the ambiance, which they did a good job of that. Or maybe you put a switch and you get yourself some nice headphones, and you might go pick it up. Like I have Bose, I have some Bose speakers, headphones, the quiet ones, and I play with the switch, and it really does do a good job of separating some of the sounds and stuff really good. But the way, like I was saying, I was fighting this bokoblin. I saw this shock. I was like, what the hell's going on? And all I know is I ran back, I look at it, and I was like, okay, they're cooking something up there. They have a fire up there, but they cook whatever. So they fired a shot out arrows, but then they start looking. They put a question mark over their head, and they're looking around again. So I went around, come around again, shot one, hit him. I didn't get the ping, which basically means you hit him a headshot. I shot him though. He fall backwards into the fire, caught himself on fire. Then also his ball touched the other bokoblin and he caught on fire. I was like, whoa, this is ridiculous. And they both died. Like, there's so many ways to kill people in this damn game. It's ridiculous. That's one of the funs of the game. Other than exploring, is to find many ways. Drop a rock, drop a bomb. You gotta be careful because the AI in this game is also good too. I'm gonna do a podcast maybe tomorrow, and I'll say this: if you're listening, Grim, if I'll do it tomorrow. If you want to join in. I'll do a Zelda impression podcast tomorrow night, if everything goes right. Because again, depending if I'm not, so I'll be tired, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, hear from different people who want to join in and who play the game and talk about the experience, because everybody's experience is different. That's what I like about the game. The story is pushed to the side, really to push you to the side, and this is really a different game altogether. If you want to beat the game with the Zelda and with the story, go ahead. Be like my sister, get 80%. But there are people out there who love adventure, love the side quests, love like figuring out the mechanics and the physics. This might not be the most technically graphical game. Art style wise, it does look beautiful, but it's not the most visually stunning powerhouse game out there. But man, the physics engine is pretty damn good. I'm not gonna say it's perfect, and I'm not gonna say it's the greatest because I ain't play all the games, but it's pretty damn good. You get hit, you get knocked across the field, or like you drop something, it rolls the right way, or I mean, it's just ridiculous. The physics engine is really good in this game. So, but with that said, let me see. Sweet. Stupid move hitting the cuckoos, and it's fun. Of course, Yin Yao. That's what I'm saying. There's so many ways to have fun in this game. It really is. I enjoy it. I'm not gonna say it pushed it. I'll agree with Dr. Feelgood. It does push the bar. This game did push the bar in open world games, but not every open world game is the same. This is an adventure in open world style. The only way you're gonna say push the bar if it's the game mechanics itself. Grand Theft Auto is different from Zelda. It's two different games. Now, if you could get a Zelda, if you get Grand Theft Auto that have a living, breathing world that you could walk in the buildings without no loading and all that stuff like Zelda, that would be pretty cool. That'd be awesome. I hope they could do that. The difference is those guys don't have a console to push to be an exclusive on. They gotta hit all other consoles, so they don't have the time to figure out what they could push. Zelda on the Wii U, and I've talked to developers about it. Zelda on the Wii U does not push the power of the Wii U. What it did is push the thing that I've said many times, and people, and you got to talk to developers. That's all we have to say. Only developers would tell you this. Majority of them, not all of them, because for some weird ass reason. But if you want to make a better game and you want to have the aspects and the ratio you want, you have to allocate the memory better. And Zelda Breath of the Wild allocate the memory almost to the max on the Wii U. To the Switch, I don't think so. I didn't ask them that specific question. But the power, when I asked them power, they said, no, they could do power. But the memory capabilities, so you could load the whole field up, and there's no loading in certain in basically in no cases. You could do this, do that, have all the memory for the storms, lightning, all fire acting like this, the wind doing all that. Yes, it's pushing the capabilities of the Wii U drastically, and like I said, that's how you're supposed to do. You optimize the game, and you'll basically have fun in that regard, and that's where exclusive goes against that it's not exclusive. Exclusive games shows what the console could do, and you should have a better gameplay wise. But when you're doing it for all consoles, you basically gonna make this game and port it, and you're not taking the full capabilities of the console. So it is what it is. Yep, optimized fused with customization equals fun. Yin Yao. Why are people asking for 4K when there's nothing to be in 4K? Hey, why ask Slightly Mad Studios to put a 12K game out there when there's no people making 12K monitors? It is what it is, man. That's just what the people doing it. And again, I'm playing this game. I'm playing Breath of the Wild on the Wii U on my 4K on my Vizio P Series 4K TV. Is it upscaled to is it upscaled? Yes, it's upscaled to 4K. Photo 4K is not real, duh. You're filling the pixels to make you feel like it's 4K. It is vibrant. It is very sharp. I give it that. Why are people mad that Zelda's score dropped by 1 point? I don't know. Why would I? I wouldn't care if Zelda's point dropped 1 point. I wouldn't care if Zelda was. If the game media hated this game because they hated Nintendo and say, hey, this is a 30 on Metacritic, I wouldn't care. If this was the game that we were getting and reviewers gave it like threes, I wouldn't give a damn. Because I got a good game. Again, I would think, didn't you play Codename on the 3DS, Grim? Did you play Codename Steam? I mean, that got some messed up reviews, but I enjoyed the figure out that game. I had fun with that game. That game got 3s and 4s. Hell, Kirby Rainbow Curse got 4s and 5s and 6 from GameStop and Polygon, whatever. Didn't stop me from buying the game. Did not stop me from playing the game and having fun. Hell, Star Fox didn't get the best game because of the controllers. Still love that game. I wish a lot of people could just. That's the problem with social media. You have to. Other gamers have to acknowledge what you're buying so you can feel proper. I don't. I did my research. I love my games. I buy what I want. If you didn't like it, that's why it's subject. That's the main reason I've said. That's the whole thing behind the perfect game thing. There's nothing on this world that's perfect, because the word perfect is subjective to the utmost. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. That's why I said that. There's only one thing I think is perfect, and maybe 90% of the world would say that, but that's 90% of the world. Other people will be like, well, we want a world of death. The only perfect I could come up in my mind that a lot of people will agree upon is where the Earth is in its axis around the sun. That's the only one I can think of. Okay, if it was a couple centimeters towards the sun, it would be too hot, and we wouldn't be living. A couple centimeters away from the sun, it would be too hot. It would be too cold. We wouldn't be living. It's just perfect, just in the right spot. That's where I look at that. That's the only thing I can think of that's perfect. Anything else? Nope, not really. I got you, Yin Yao. But Codename Steam, I like Codename Steam when they got low scores. If Zelda lost 1 point, ooh. Again, if Breath of the Wild Zelda was a 30 on Metacritic, and we got the exact game we got right now, I don't care. I wouldn't care what they have. Now, I've used it in my point of saying the most powerful game has never been the best-selling game, and the best accredited game has never been the most powerful game at the time, and I've been proven right with even Zelda doing that. But again, points. I don't know why people do that. I really don't. Oh, and let me point out something else. My sister did show it yesterday, and I gotta really finish this up. God dang! You guys came in and knocked it up for watching all the way up to like 20 people watching and whatever, and then back down 10 up, 10 down, and then asking these questions and stuff. So hey, it's been pretty cool. Thank y'all. And it's a game that was getting all tail suddenly getting 5s and 6s is a bit fishy to me. Yeah, you know what? Let me double check something before I leave it. Before I let it go, I was gonna play Breath of the Wild myself too, but I think I'm just gonna go straight to bed so I can go work tonight. So I'm not gonna turn my wing off. Let's see, Metacritic. Let's see what they say. Okay, games. Double check. It dropped down to 9.7. Okay. 1 freaking point. How about we don't see that? Let me see. So let me see. 80 positive reviews, 3 mixed reviews. Why am I not surprised one of them is Jim Sterling? Why am I not surprised one of them is Jim Sterling? Oh, why am I not surprised? You'll be one of the Jimmy boy. Not surprised, man. I think some of you hate you because you can't monetize the video is getting to you, dude. Seriously. I'm not surprised that that's one of the person who got mixed reviews. They gave it a 70. Whatever, dude. It's your opinion. Hey, you score the way you want to score it, bro. You do what you gotta do, brother man. You wanna, like I said, you have a website, you put it on there. Yes. Yes, Jim. If anybody who's played video games know that this is the Breath of the Wild has Ubi style tower. Tower. I know you don't like Ubisoft, but yeah, come on, man. Complex Max inspire me. Truly, I wish I could say I understand what it, but I don't see it. Too many things. Are you? Hey, again. Oh, whenever anybody who want to join, who want to get a chance, go and watch Jim's. He put out a lengthy review, and I read most of it. And the negatives is some of the stuff is like, wow, really? Okay. So y'all go check it out, Jim Sterling's Jim Inquisition review if you want to. I know some of y'all don't like him. Let's say for me, I'm different. I have no problem going to people, even if people say negative stuff to a degree that I'll check it out. That's some crazy stuff. So you don't like the game being open. See, there are people out there who don't like the game to be open. Jim's one of them. He wanted the structure, and there's some Zelda fans out there who want the structure of get the MacGuffin, find a bomb, do this, do that. Hey, that again, I know people like that, so it is like that. So yeah, but again, not 80 positive reviews, 3 mixed reviews, no negatives. The lowest they got is let me see. Slant. Who's Slant? Slant magazine. Who's Slant? What's Slant anyway? Okay. Let me see what Slant. Because Slant gave the lowest. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, well, we know that Nintendo did take games from other stuff from other games and made it their own. That, again, I never doubt that. You don't like the inventory? Who comes? Who do these reviews? You have unlimited. Oh boy, the nitpickiest and nitpickiest. God dang. Ooh, I can't be a reviewer. I really cannot be a reviewer. Y'all be nitpicking for the most nitpickiest of things. You don't like the inventory? Really? That's your nitpick? Jeez. Yeah, I never heard of Slant too. But geez. Boy, some people, I would say, I have a problem if they would say, okay, they have frame rate issues, there might be some slowdowns and stuff like that. They didn't call that out. To keep my brain cells out of avoid watching your boy Jim Sterling. I never say how to watch it. I said read, but again, you don't have to. It's your choice, Metal Mint. But that Slant one, you would think the obvious one, even Graham, everybody's talking about the slowdown issues, the flame rate, might have a little sticking right there. Nope, they're talking about the inventory. Wow. I think I just, you're right. I dropped the mic on my brain cells. I gotta stop. I gotta go get some sleep, people. Y'all gonna have yourself a good night. I don't care. Again, to what Grim said, I don't care that it dropped 1 point. It's still one of the best reviewed games of this thing. Even if it was 30 and we got the game that you have, I enjoyed it. Reviews don't sway my mind that much. I got to see what the gameplay is and everything is. Do I like it to see different aspects to see what's going on? Yes, I will. And I always tell people, read reviews, watch other people say stuff. Don't go off of one review, because that'd be ridiculous. Don't go off of one review. That's dumb. To go off one review and think it. Don't go off of one review. Again, I bought many games that had 6s, 3s, according to Steam, 3s, 6s, 5s. I got Devil's Third. I have Legend of K. Stuff that didn't get high scores, not even mediocre, got like mediocre or below. And I enjoyed the frig out of them. So as long as it's not really broken, and I give it to Legend of K. The camera work is, that camera work is a pain in the ass. So I give it that's a super negative to Legend of K. I give a super, that'll be it. But again, it's the combat is fluid enough that I enjoy fighting the game and puzzle solving. I do like it in Legend of K. Messed up, but yeah, I'm still having fun. Watch the critic score try to go against the viewer score. I don't even want. There's a video I'm gonna do something about that. Now I'm ying out, but I'm not even gonna bother with that right now. Okay, so enjoy. You guys enjoy whatever games you are playing. Have fun. Like I said, I wanted to play that. I'm going to my bed. Mostly I'll play some Tales of Cold Steel just to wind my brain down before I go to sleep. Before I head to the studio tonight. But yeah, Slant. Don't go watch Slant. That review hurt brain cells. Wow. But other than that, there's no perfect game out there, people. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy those games on any console, no matter the on any console, even PC. Just have fun, enjoy your games, people. So with that said, peace out, have a good night, and I'll catch you next time.